Hi, this is Dave Bartosiewicz. Very excited to be here again. I'm with Father John Finley. Now, what's the actual church that you represent in Santa Barbara? What is it known as?
My home parish is St. Athanasius Orthodox Church in Santa Barbara, California.
Well, I do videos out there, and I like to bring up questions and maybe different viewpoints. And so since I have Father John here, I wanted to bring up some other ideas. There are people who call me about knowing more about Orthodoxy. And when I could have somewhat of an authority as you, who's been through a lot of different experiences in your life, it really it helps the audience who's watching you. Because there are a lot of people out there who are desiring truth. Truth matters. It does. And I know in America today, there are many, especially with the millennials, there are a lot of people who are been going through like, what really is truth? I've been, trying what Hollywood says is truth, or the fiber of our society with morality is decaying, and I'm seeing this, and this is making me uncomfortable. I'm seeing all these PC things happening. It doesn't seem like anybody has truth, that they're just saying everything is okay, right? Whatever you want to be, it's okay. Even I saw something recently with I think it was on TED, and it was a woman talking about being a pedophile, and now that was okay. It's like people are trying to be PC everywhere. And do you think that there could be a change coming right now, with people just being more of so dissatisfied with all this stuff and saying, I want truth? And so the question I have for you is, you're older, you're 65, and you've seen a lot. Mm-hmm. And there are going to be, I have a number of young people watching my YouTube channel, and they're wanting to find truth. What would you say to those people who might come to this show right now and saying, okay, this is good, I want to know what a priest talks about truth? What would you share?
Well, I might share a story of an experience I had with a young man who was sitting outside of our church one morning, and I was coming up for morning prayers, and he was sitting there in what we might call the lotus position, doing this low om.
Okay. Okay.
And I came up and I stood in front of him, and he's got his eyes closed. I think he may have had one eye just a little bit open to see if I was watching him. And I said, good morning. He goes, good morning, how are you? And he says, I'm doing fine. I'm just practicing my religious exercises. And I said, well, I'd like for you to consider something. He says, what is that? The truth is a person. And he kind of, goes back. The truth is a person. Wow. He's going all over, and then he goes back into his and I went inside to say my prayers. But I think part of the difficulty of the whole concept of truth is that it is concept. It's a set of principles or a certain way of thinking, and we call that truth. And so how can we say there's one truth when there's all these different kind of people and they all think a different way? And so we reject truth as any kind of overarching principle, and we start speaking of my truth or your truth or what's true for you. Find what's true for you and pursue that. It seems as if sincerity has become more important than truth.
Okay.
It
So-
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do or what you don't do. All that matters is that you're sincere. Well, was Hitler sincere?
Yeah.
Was Mussolini sincere? There's a lot of people that are sincere that are evil. But of course, if there's no overarching truth, no overarching measuring stick, how can we even measure whether or not someone like Hitler was good or evil?
Even though they can be sincerely wrong.
Yeah. So what if we just take it out of that whole frame of reference and say, what about Jesus Christ? What do you think about Jesus Christ? And a lot of people say, I'm spiritual, but I'm not religious. And I think what they mean by that is that I want to think of myself as a good person. I'm sincere. I want to respect other people.
That's all
I
coexist.
like quiet time with my tea or my coffee. But I don't want to go to church. I don't think I need that to be sincere or to be a good person or to have quiet time. I'm not into organized religion. In fact, organized religion is probably bad or evil or corrupt. I mean, it's white, male patriarchy, right? And in the school systems, we're being taught that these things are evil. All right? Based on what yardstick? We don't have a yardstick, right? Didn't we throw the yardstick away and say no one has an angle on the truth? If no one has an angle on the truth, if everybody has to find their own truth, find what's true for you. My truth is this. My truth is that. Then, yeah, there's no judgment.
It's chaos of confusion.
And there's no judgment of me either. Ain't it great? I can't be judged because there's no overarching truth. It's kind of a nice feeling, isn't it? The only thing is, we believe that Jesus Christ is the truth. Why? That the truth is a person. Why? Because he said, I am the truth. He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And so we worship Jesus Christ as the truth, a person as the truth. Many people, I think, many young millennials, when a lot of them aren't getting married, but a lot of them are getting married and having children and rejoicing in that. And believe it or not, the latest statistics out are that the millennials are actually reducing the divorce rate in this country. Congratulations.
Good job.
I mean, good job. Did a lot better than the baby boomer generation on that one. I'm telling you. Thank you. Thank you. This preserves society. What you're doing is preserving our society. And many of them are looking for stability. They're looking for something traditional. Why? Why are they looking for that? Because there's no foundation in a truthless society. I didn't say a toothless society, a truthless society. A society without truth has no floor. You know, people who seek freedom don't want a ceiling. All right. But people need a floor. And without truth, there's no floor. And so there's nothing to stand on. There's nothing to build upon. And so we seek to build upon the person of Jesus Christ, the Son of God, one of the Holy Trinity. And we believe that this younger generation of millennials, that a lot of what they're rejecting in the baby boomer generation is justified. And we welcome you to come and to see what we're doing, to experience what we're doing, and see if it seems like a kind of atmosphere in which you can raise a family and raise your children in a place of stability
And holiness.
and holiness and sanctity, in a place where we can mature, both parents and children, where we can mature in our faith and our perspective on life.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, I agree 100%. I wish now I came to Orthodoxy much later, but I know there are people who are probably watching this who are going to be baptized and they're 25, 26, and I'm like, oh, I wish I had that chance to be able to be an Orthodox at that age, because you could have kids and you could bring them up in an incredible faith, in a very moral, very strong, truthful faith. And I want to thank you. You did a great job on that. Thank you so much for sharing what you just shared. I hope that had an impact on maybe your thoughts. If it certainly did, let us know. You could write right below. And if you would like to talk to Father John, I would direct those comments over to him. But again, thank you for coming here and doing all what you've done in being able to share Orthodoxy to so many people.
You're welcome, Dave.
God bless you. Same here.